In this video, we're going to go over some balancing equations. First one I got here is zinc plus hydrochloric acid makes zinc chloride and hydrogen gas. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write how many I have on either side of the equation. So you'll see on the left, I have one each. One zinc, one hydrogen, one chlorine. On the right, one zinc, two hydrogen, two chlorines. So I'm going to start here with either the hydrogens or the chlorines because I have two of those there. I need to get two of them there. I'm going to put the coefficient here to take care of the hydrogen. And let's see, when I change that, it's going to go from one zinc and one hydrogen, one chlorine to one zinc, two hydrogen, and two chlorines. You'll notice that just with one coefficient, I've now been able to balance both sides of that. So I'm going to bring in my new little friend here, balanced equation Panda, because he is going to show up and tell us that we finished the whole thing and we are correct. So with one coefficient, I balanced it. Let's move on to the next one. I have water plus hydrogen gas plus oxygen. So I'm going to write out what I have at the beginning. So I have two hydrogens, one oxygen, two hydrogens, two oxygens there. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is kind of attack this oxygen right here to fix that one. When I do that, that's going to, of course, double up my hydrogens as well. So one coefficient wasn't enough to solve the problem. Now I'm going to need to go over to the other side here and fix the hydrogens to make it balance. Put that coefficient in front of that there, and that's going to bring me up to 4 and 2 on the left, 4 and 2 on the right. Balanced equation Panda. Let's do our next one. Potassium iodide and chlorine gas is going to make potassium chloride and iodine gas there. So I start off with 112 on the left and 121 on the right. First thing I'm going to kind of do here is I'm going to attack the potassium chloride because that's going to double up my chlorine and allow me to fix that one there. Now, of course, I'm not finished yet because now my potassium and my iodine aren't fixed, but I'll go and jump on that one there, put a 2 coefficient in front of that, and there we go. With two coefficients, I was able to get it out. 2, 2, 2 on the left, 2, 2, 2 on the right. Balanced equation Panda. Next one. I've got ammonium sulfide plus zinc chloride is going to make ammonium chloride and zinc sulfide. So I'm going to first fill in what I have on the left, 2, 1, 1, 1, and on the right, 1, 1, 1, 1. I am going to keep the ammonium ion by itself. This one is not going to get broken down into nitrogen and hydrogen because it remains in this whole set at the beginning, at the end. If it's not going to change, I might as well keep it in the group. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of attack that ammonium there because I have 2 on the left and only 1 on the right. So I'm going to go here and add the coefficient and fix that. That, of course, is also going to affect my chlorines. 2, 1, 1, 2 on the left, 2, 1, 1, 2 on the right. Hey, I'm balanced. Next one, I'm going to do ammonium sulfate plus ammonium sulfate plus silver nitrate is going to make ammonium nitrate and silver sulfate. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in my coefficients, what I got left and right, and see where I'm at. 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. And of course I can see here that the first thing I need to do is get those ammoniums balanced. So I'm going to put one right there. That of course is going to switch it, but I'm not completely done yet. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a coefficient in front of my silver there because I only had 1 on the left and 2 on the right. Change the coefficient there to a 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. I'm now done. So I've got them the same on the left and the right. Let's bring down my balanced equation Panda. Let's move on to the next one. I've got aluminum and iron oxide is going to make aluminum oxide and iron. So I'm going to first fill out my coefficients left and right. I got 1, 2, 3 on the left, 2, 1, 3 on the left. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is fix that aluminum to bring that into balance there. Now, I got my iron oxide over there. I got 2 on the left, 1 on the right. So if I put 2 over there, that's going to bring that up. So 2, 2, 3 left, 2, 2, 3 right, balanced equation. Next one down here, I'm going to first fill out what I have left and right, just a nice way of comparing. I can see 1, 2, 1 on the left, 2, 2, 3 on the right. First thing I'm going to do right here is put a coefficient in front of this because I have 1 sulfate on the left, 3 on the right, so I might as well do that. That, of course, is going to bring my hydrogens up to 6, but my sulfates are now balanced. So that's good. Sulfates are good. Of course, hydrogen is not, so if I put a 3 in front of that, that's going to bring it up to 6. Everything's good except for the aluminum. Put a 2 in front of that there, and I'm now balanced. 2, 6, 3 on the left, 2, 6, 3 on the right. Bring down the balanced equation Panda. Magnesium and oxygen makes magnesium oxide. 1, 2 on the left, 1, 1 on the right. Might as well start by putting the 2 in front of this here. That's going to bring it up to 1 and 2. So when I put that 2 in front of the magnesium over here, it brings it up to 2 and 2 on the left, 2 and 2 on the right. I am balanced. Bring down my balanced equation Panda. Next up here, I've got lead nitrate and sodium hydroxide is going to make lead hydroxide and sodium nitrate. First thing I'm going to attack right here is the sodium nitrate, because you'll notice that I have 2 nitrates on the left and only 1 on the right, so that will fix those there, but of course it's going to push the sodium out of whack, so I might as well jump back over here and fix the sodium, putting a 2 in front of that. That of course isn't going to fix the sodium, but it's going to change the hydroxide as well. 1, 2, 2, 2 on the left, 1, 2, 2, 2 on the right. I am balanced. I am good to go. Let's do my last one down here on the bottom. Barium chloride plus sodium chromate is going to make barium chromate and sodium chloride. 1, 2, 2, 1 on the left, 1, 1, 1 on the right. First thing I'm going to do is attack those chlorines. Put a 2 in front of that. That's going to change both the chlorine and the sodium there. 1, 2, 2, 1 on the left, 1, 2, 2, 1 on the right. I'm good to go. Bring down my balanced equation panda. Last set that I'm going to do here. Hydrogen and chlorine is going to make hydrochloric acid. 2, 2 on the left, 1, 1 on the right. Put a 2 in front of that there, and what do you know? That right there balances it. Bring down the balanced equation panda. Pretty simple one there. Next up, I've got methane and oxygen is going to make carbon dioxide and water, a combustion reaction. Now, this one here I got to be tricky because I have oxygens here and oxygens there. This one is going to be a little bit different. I can't balance this the exact same way I've been doing all the left. I need to add those together. 2 plus 1 makes the 3. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start by balancing the hydrogens. Because I have 4 here, 2 there, I might as well start with that. Now, when I'm going to do this, I'm going to notice that this is going to bring my oxygen count up to 4. Because remember, there's a 1 there, so this is going to be 2 here and 2 there. My oxygen count is going to be both of those together and bring it up to 4. Everything's good except for my oxygens on the left. There's only 2 of them. But that's easily solved enough. One more coefficient brings that to balance left and right. Bring on the balanced equation panda. Next up, HGO is going to break down to form mercury liquid and oxygen gas. 1, 1 on the left, 1, 2 on the right. Might as well start by attacking the oxygen, getting that one balanced. I've now got 2 oxygens and 2 mercuries on the left, so I'm going to need to fix that by balancing out the mercury with the coefficient there. I'm now balanced. All right. Calcium and water is going to make calcium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. 1, 2, 1 on the left. Don't forget, I need to count the fact that this whole hydroxide is doubled. So my hydrogens, I'm going to have 2 here plus 2 there's for a total of 4. Oxygens, I just have 2. So 1, 2, 1 on the left, 1, 4, 2 on the right. Might as well start over here with my water since I have 2 hydrogens there and I have 4 over there. I'm going to need to double that. Put a 2 in front of that there, it's going to change it from 1, 2, 1 to 1, 4, 2. 1, 4, 2 on the left, 1, 4, 2 on the right. I'm balanced, I'm good to go. Bring down the balanced equation panda. Last one, potassium iodide plus lead nitrate is going to make lead iodide and potassium nitrate. 1, 1, 1, 2 on the left, 1, 2, 1, 1 on the right. I might as well start over here with my nitrates. I have 2 on the left and only 1 on the right. I'm kind of starting with the most complicated one. Let's do that and see how it balances out. So that's going to mess things up a little bit, but I might as well jump over here now and fix the potassium since I have 2 on the right now. Put a 2 in front of that. Let's see how that works out. 2, 2, 1, 2 on the left, 2, 2, 1, 2 on the right. I am done. This is another equation that is balanced.